Time now for better food. With sports starting back up, who has time to make dinner?
Chef Plum is joining us now with a solution. Hey, Chef. Oh, my God. Don't even tell me you're doing some shake and bake.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Good afternoon to you guys, by the way. But yeah, so, okay, here's the story. Okay, first of all, happy belated Valentine's Day to you both.
Happy Valentine's
I'm
Day.
happy you guys
you
are
as
here
well.
and have the time with you. I got to tell you, so the other night, my wonderful wife said to me, hey, do you remember Shake and Bake? And I
Sure.
went, what? Yeah, I remember Shake and Bake. And so she's like, let's make Shake and Bake tonight. And I went, really? Out of all the things that I can make, you want to make Shake and Bake? So I got to thinking, I said, how can I do this without actually buying the Shake and Bake like stuff? You know what it is. You put it in the bag and you put whatever you want in there and shake it up.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Here's the commercial.
With it.
It's Shake and Bake, and I helped.
And I helped. We were watching this last night. It was really funny. I was like, that's the best catchphrase. I'll tell you what, catchphrases were easy back then. We could come up with anything.
Absolutely.
So I said, okay, let me see what I can do to come up with one of these on my own. So I came up with a recipe, and I started looking it up online to see if not a lot of people have done this. So we're going to make our own Shake and Bake at your house. It's really easy. This is super easy, and it's great for pork. It's great for chicken. It's great. You can even do like a chicken fried steak in this. Really, really simple. So just to start it off, I've got my oven set to 425 degrees. So nice and hot, all right? So Shake and Bake, obviously, we want to start. We're going to call it Plum's Shake and Bake or Scott's Shake and Bake, or let's call it our Shake and Bake. How about that?
That sounds good.
Nice, I like it.
Better catchphrase. I don't know, Scott, maybe you can think of a catchphrase because I don't know, I didn't help. I'm just going to make it. There we go. I got my plastic bag. You can see on my wonderful, super high-tech overhead cam. I got my plastic bag here. I'm going to add a little bit of breadcrumbs, about a third of a cup of breadcrumbs. Panko is what I like to use. I've got some, this is some of those Italian seasonings, you know, those dry herbs in there. There's oregano, basil, marjoram. This is a little garlic salt, very, very important. We're going to put that in the bag. And then I've gotten here a little bit of chili powder and about a teaspoon of sugar right in there, okay? Now, my trick is to add this. This is a little grated Romano cheese or grated Parmesan cheese, whichever one you have. I'm going to add that to it. And so what makes this actually get nice and crispy is once you have these in the bag, what they do is they add a little bit of oil to it. So I've got a little olive oil. I'm just going to drip some in there. I'm just going to drip it in. And then what we do is we're going to shake up and mix it up. So we're going to get this nice and mixed up. And you want that oil to kind of get on through the breadcrumbs. Just a little bit more. And you can take your hands and you can kind of mix it up. Now, when you buy the pre-made package, this part's already done. But this is all the extra step it is. So check this out. That's all it is. There we go. And now what we're going to do, I've got some thin sliced chicken breasts here, and I got to show you. Right here, I'm going to take one of these, and I'm just going to put it right into my bag. Make sure it's flattened all the way out. Sometimes it folds up on itself. Again, you could use pork here. You could use steak. I'm using nice thin sliced chicken breast. Now the fun part. We Ziploc it closed, and we shake it. And get it nice and coated, right? Nice and coated. You want to make sure those chicken breasts are nice and moist. That's really important. They want to be wet when they do this so they can take that breadcrumbs. They'll stick to them.
Now,
everybody with me so far?
Yeah. Should you add water to the chicken breasts to give them a little bit more moisture?
No.
Or they're on their own?
They were already wet enough. Look at this. Look, you can see kind of right here. Look how much it took that on, which is great. Now I'm going to show you a trick if you want to make it extra crispy, right? Which is kind of how I like to do it. So I'm going to take our bowl that I've gotten here. You can put whatever you want. You could put milk. You could put just water if you wanted. You could do a little egg. I've got a little buttermilk in here. And to make it extra crispy, I'm going to take one and just kind of put that thin sliced piece of chicken right into this buttermilk. Get it nice and coated. And then again, right into our bag of mixture here. And what we do is we just seal it up and give it a shake. Give it a shake. I mean, is this cheating, guys, or is this not cheating? This is what I can't figure out because I think a shake and bake is cheating, but I did make my own.
You made it yourself.
You made it yourself. I love the fact that you put sugar in there. It gives it that little sweetness, I bet. I've never heard of that.
Just a pinch. And, you would think sweetness on it. And look at this. You can see how much it takes a little bit more breadcrumbs when I'll show you my big overhead camera. It takes a little bit more breadcrumbs when it's wet like that.
Look at
the sugar is what helps it get that crunch, okay? Because what happens is that sugar starts to melt and it starts to make the breadcrumbs kind of stick together and get crunchy. So on top of the oil crisping up the breadcrumbs, that sugar starts to kind of melt in between them too. You can't even tell it's sweet. It's more about making it crunchy.
Oh, okay.
So I've got the oven set to 425 degrees. And I'm going to pop this in. These take about a half an hour. So we got to figure out something to talk about for a half an hour.
Now, do
Or
you need to flip them or no? You just leave them the way they are?
no, I'm not going to flip them. I'm going to leave them in there and just let them get nice and crunchy. You can see on the one I finished up here, I'm going to pull it out of the oven for you to see it. You can see here, when you take them out of the oven, they get nice and crunchy on the top and on the bottom. It's nice and crunchy.
Nice.
So what I do is I take this guy just like this. And like I said, pork, steak, little chicken breast like this. You can serve this with, I mean, any kind of side you want. You can take it, put it on top of a salad. It would be delicious. Look at this. This is amazing. Look at the inside of that.
Awesome.
Beautiful, white, delicious,
How
and
can
crunchy.
you tell when it's done,
Homemade
Chef?
shake and bake.
Chef, how can you tell when it's
Well,
done?
you can tell it's done. It'll be nice. Yeah, it'll be nice and firm. So you can, the old chef test is to take your finger and touch it, and it'll feel nice and firm to you, right? Or you can take a thermometer and you want to be 165 degrees. This stuff is delicious. I'm happy the way it turned out. Now, when my wife says she wants to make shake and bake and take us back to the 70s, I can easily make it at home, not have to go to the store and buy that weird little box of stuff.
Okay, on the count of 3, let's all say it together. It's shake and bake, and I help.
Yay! And I help.
it.
Hey, listen, you guys also too. This Thursday on Seasoned on CT Public, you got to listen. I got to hang out with Marcus Samuelson, Chef Marcus Samuelson.
Yeah.
I've interviewed hundreds of people. It is the most inspiring conversation I've ever had with anybody.
Oh,
this
that's
man is
great.
amazing. We're celebrating. He's got a brand new book called The Stand, and it's the most inspiring conversation ever. You got to check it out. Seasoned on CT Public this Thursday.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you, Chef. Thanks for the shake and bake.
Thank you,
You guys
Chef.
are awesome.
Thank you
Shake
very
and
much.
bake, and you help.
And we helped.
Looks delicious.
It absolutely does.